Good morning. Today I will do this problem over here. You can see, and the problem says find the equation of the graph of a circle which passes through these 3 points. Now, before doing this problem, I will explain you all the concept needed for doing this in this video, in this lecture, and in the next lecture I will do this problem. So if you want to try this problem, you can do it right now, and till then I'll make the lecture, and then you can see the solution in the next lecture. So the first thing I'm going to do is, now I've took the problem from this art of problem solving. I'm a member of this one. I want to give credit to Apple Pie for this problem, which sends us daily one problem, and I'm going to do all the problems from here only. And I got some hint also for this problem. One of my friend Rasquin has given us some hint, but I was unable to understand the hints. I am not up to that level, so I have done this in my own way. So for doing that, you got to know this theorem. The perpendicular bisector of the chord passes through the center, and this might seem not intuitive, but I'm serious that this is a pretty simple thing to understand. So I'll show you the proof, and from this proof I'm taking from proof wiki, and I don't know, though I know this proof, but it takes time to type, so I have just got from the net. Now it says that F is the center of the circle and AB is the chord, and chord is any line segment that joins 2 points on the circumference of the circle. So A and B are 2 points, and this AB, sorry, AB, B for Bombay. AB joins this AD. So, and D is the center midpoint of the AB, which is given to us. Now we have to prove that FDA is perpendicular, and that means it is 90 degree, and as well as FDB is 90 degrees. Then only it is going to be the perpendicular plus bisector, we know, because D is the midpoint. So in this we know that FA and FB are the radius, so they are going to be equal, and AD and DB are going to be equal because D is the midpoint and FD is the center. So by SSS congruency, we can say that a triangle FAD is congruent to triangle FBD, and that means that this the angle which we want to find, FDA and FDB, are going to be equal, but FDB are linear pairs, so they got to sum to 90 degrees because FDB is a straight line. That means that they both are 90 degrees, and I proved that to you. Now I'll show this theorem in a geometrical way. You can see over here they have taken 3 circles, and you might have observed by now that we can draw only one circle through 3 non-collinear points. A non-collinear just means that 3 points are not in a straight line, like this. A, B, C are not in a straight line. Two can be in a straight line, but third cannot be on that same line. Sorry. So in this, what they have done, that they have made the perpendicular bisector of AB and the perpendicular bisector of BC, and if you want you can take the perpendicular bisector of AC also to check your work, but we require only two if we are sure about it. So, and if you make a perpendicular bisector from AC and it does not matches the same intersection of that other two bisector, then you have done something wrong. So in this you can see the perpendicular bisector intersect at the center O. O is the center of the circle, and I will show you how this is done. First we take a compass and we make an arc with the radius more than half of AB, and we take the same length of that same radius arc and draw from B. You can see we got 2 points, and we can, like this, we can draw the perpendicular bisector. You might be knowing, but I just want to tell you because I got this epic from internet. Similarly, with half more than half the length of BC I've taken, and with that same arc I've made two intersecting arcs, and I've drawn straight line from them. So these both are perpendicular bisector and they intersect at O. And if I take O as a center and C or any other, or if I take even B, OB as a radius and I draw, then this circle is going to pass through ABC. If I take OA as a radius, then also OB, then also, and OC is done in this example. And another thing which I have is the equation of the line. Equation of the line is just an equation to express the line. So in this, let me make this one easy. Whole numbers. Okay. So there are many forms of equation of the line. You can see, you can read it right here. But in this problem, I'm just going to use the equation of the line, which is used when we have 2 points on the line, and which we have right now over here. See, we have this point and we have this point, and this up one point is known as these coordinates are known as x1 y1, and this down one is these coordinates are known as x2 y2. So, and we use this formula over here, and it would be a good assignment for you. You can find how this is derived. This is not a general way, but this is the way which makes for me easy to remember. So we take y minus y1. Y1 was 4. See, 4. Y1 is 4. X1 is 0. Then x1 is 0. You can see over here. Y1 is 4. Then we do this 0. Y2 is 0. X2 is minus 1. X1 is 0. 0 over here also. And if we cross multiply them, we will find 0 has no value, minus 0, we can just remove it, and this thing turns to this also 0, you can remove it. But to be in a standard form, you have to keep this x minus 0, because this is not a shifted form. But if you shift it, let me show you the shift also. So if I multiply the whole both side of the equation by 0, sorry not by 0, by minus 1, then I'll get this form, and this is the same thing as this thing you can see over here. And if I shift it bit, you can see the 0 will change. This x minus 0, the 0 thing will change. See, I've shifted. Shifting you might be knowing. If you don't know, then I'll teach you later. But we don't need shifting over here right now. So this 0, this 3 thing is just the x1, x1. So the x1 over here is 3, and over here also you need y1 is over here is 3. Just remember this formula and surely find the derivation for this, and then proceed to what we are going to do next. And last thing, I have equation of the circle. And equation of the circle, hopefully, I don't think so you can see that. Yeah, now I think you can see. So equation of the circle is simply this thing over here. Oh, this thing got messy. I'll just move it down a bit to make it clear. Over here, move down. Thank you. You too. Okay, now we are ready. So the equation of the line is x minus h, and h and k are these coordinate, or any coordinate on the circumference of the circle, and x and y are the coordinate of the center of the circle. So this I have derived simply from the Pythagorean theorem, where h will be the r, this is the value of our base, this is the value of our height, and r square, base square plus h square is equal to r square. Simply that. Or you can also see this as distance formula, which is simply the Pythagorean theorem, which we use in graph to find the shortest distance, and shortest distance over here is r. So in this one, now I'm going to play with this equation a bit. H you can see over here, k h is the, what was h, I forgot. H was the this coordinate. Let me put it over here. Yeah, H was our x-axis, x coordinate, y was sorry, and K was our y coordinate. So we have, if I increase H, you can see now, if I increase H, this thing is moving to right, and if I increase K, this thing moves to up. And this would not be intuitive to you because you are seeing over here that H, if I increase H, this thing value should decrease. So this should move to the left, right, and similarly for the K, if this increase, then this thing should move down, but why it is moving up, and why everything is happening opposite. Now I know this is a bit of confusion, but think like this: what would be the equation of the circle when I have this H and K at the center overlapping the zero, sorry, O. So that time I got that time R will be 0 because the distance or shortest distance will be 0. And then to make this R square 0, I got to make this stuff, the square stuff 0, and this also square stuff 0. Then only this thing is going to come 0. Because if you might be thinking I can put -1 and +1 over here, then this can be 0, but no, we have to square that. Then that -1 will become 1, and here also it will become 1, so it will be 2. So we have to make this thing 0 and this thing 0. So for making that thing, let me try out over here something. Yeah, so over here I have H as 1. H is 1 over here. And what is K? K is also 1. 1. You see over here it's written H is 1, K is 1, R is 1. Unit circle. Unit circle is just a circle with radius 1. 1 unit. Okay, so what X value should be there and what Y value should be there to make this to attain the center of the circle. So this X should be +1, no? Then only this thing will become -1, and this also y should also be +1. So you can see now I have shifted my circle center to 1, 1. Voila, you can see over here 1, 1. So if I subtract something over here, if I increase H and if I subtract this, then my center is going to move that much only to the opposite sign by convention, because we think plus s to the right side. Okay, so that was all for this lecture, and hopefully you enjoyed it, and see you in the next video when I'll do the problem.